Hey guys, it's Courtney and Seth here today. Today we are back at Old Salem and we're going to be doing their Saturday Salem Christmas, I may have said that wrong, basically their event here where they have some additional Christmas items that they put out, but we're also going to be doing a general tour of Old Salem as well. So first stop is actually going to be to the visitor center to get our tickets and probably a little bit of information about what they have to offer. But yeah, then we're going to just start the day and take you guys with us. So if you'd like to join us, let's go. Okay, so we just got done with the orientation and getting our tickets. So they do give you these little stickers that you have to, I think, put on your person or somewhere where they can see to be able to get into the buildings. And once we get outside, we'll kind of show you guys the map. But they do have a couple things in here in the visitor center to look at, so kind of let you guys see what those look like. So as I said, here are a couple different items that they have in the visitor center, just free of charge to look at. And they've got a couple little gift items for sale, like some t-shirts and mugs, and there's like a drawstring bag, jigsaw puzzle, just a couple little souvenirs. So they also have a little model of the town, like the early, I guess, concept of what the town looked like. Pretty cool. So we're actually gonna head out to the part of Old Salem that's not here at the visitor center, which requires us to go across the bridge. So we're gonna head out, show you guys some sights that we'll put in right here just so you can kind of get the experience with us. So they have everything decorated with the Moravian stars on the bridge here. Very cute. Seems to be a very popular photo spot as well. So during the orientation, they did give us this map, and they did say that all of the brown buildings, that was available basically for us today. So that may change sometimes, but here's a little view of the map here. So as far as the plan goes, we don't really have one. We're just going to kind of follow the map, see what buildings and locations we can go in, and yeah, just kind of go from there, see what they have to offer here. First thing we've stumbled upon is the boys' school. I think there's a couple things to do and see in here, so we're gonna head in. So we just got done with the introduction at the boys' school. It's kind of like a time tour, I guess, so they can release people back into the school, but I think the rest of it's just a walking tour, so we'll put in some sights and stuff for you guys right here so you can see what life was like at the boys' school. Alright, so just got done with the boys' school. That was like a self-guided tour. They had some classrooms open upstairs, and they kind of combined like the boys and the girls' school. They also had the rules posted for the students. I'll kind of try and put that up here for you guys, but it was really, really cute. They even had people singing upstairs, so we kind of tried to slide by that because we didn't want to sing. But yeah, we're just gonna keep wandering and see what else we can find. So we stumbled upon another little interactive home, so we're gonna go in and see what it's about.
Very little. Very first house ever built in Salem. Even before the Single Brothers house was built, which that was foundation was only there when Martha, Elizabeth, a baby, Mama Henrietta, and Father Matthew moved in here.
Salem actually had a family in it. They had a little girl and two parents, and they would have worked on decorations like I'm doing. These are called illuminations, and they put these in the window with a candle behind it so that at night outside you can see it shining through.
Sugar was enormously expensive, and it came in cones that had to be graded. That makes it special. In addition to the spices, the cloves, cardamom, and cinnamon. all come from trees or other plants that are not native to the Carolinas. It had to be imported. Now this dough, once you've mixed in, I'm slowly incorporating egg yolks and flour. I will also carefully incorporate the spices and the brandy. The brandy, if you all are bakers or if you're cooks, you know if you put alcohol into egg yolks, you're going to end up with curdled eggs. So I have to be careful and when I'm putting the brandy in so I don't end up with curdled eggs. I've incorporated the yolks fairly well, so I think we can go ahead and do that. The last thing that I will do is to fold in the egg whites, which will act as a leavening. This is my birch twig whisk, which does an amazing job at whisking eggs and egg whites. It can be sterilized just by dunking in boiling water, and it's ready to go again. This one has lasted over 3 years, probably closer to 5. It still works fine.
All right, so just got done with the little yellow house. It is a impossible to pronounce name, so that's what they call it. And it was really cute. It was like the first house here in Salem, I believe, and they were baking cookies inside, as well as doing a little bit of Christmas decorating with illuminations, and I'll kind of, put some more pictures and videos of that in now so you guys can see a closer look at those. But yeah, it was really cute. They even had a brick oven around back as well as a shed. So they said that's the oldest house here in Salem, and it's not a recreation and basically has only been touched for minor restorations. So that's pretty cool. But I think we're gonna head to the tea ceremony next, which is in the middle of the property. So we'll take you guys with us. So the candle tea event is not included in the admission for Old Salem. It's actually free to the public, but they do sell a couple different things, and it is a local Moravian church. I don't necessarily think they're affiliated with Old Salem, but they let them set up here. Here's a couple things that they're offering to sell. It's actually pretty reasonably priced. So sets in line now. You do have to exchange money for tickets, and it's $1 a ticket. So if you want to buy anything, you exchange it for tickets. So yeah, he's in line getting those now, and we'll maybe go get some snacks, maybe look at some of the merch, and take you guys with us. Alright, so we did get some of the Moravian sugar cake, and they called this Moravian coffee. And the coffee, they said, is special because they actually bring the cream to a boil and add sugar to it as well, and then they end up dumping it in with the coffee when it's really, really hot. So it's made a little bit differently. Alright, so just got done with the candlelight tea event that they had in the square. Like I said, free to the public, not really necessarily an Old Salem event, but it is free to the public for the Moravian Church. They put it on every year. And we did get the coffee and the sugar cake. Both very, very good. Seth likes the sugar cake a little bit more than I do. Not really my thing, but the coffee was awesome. We also got a candle and a holder. It was about $2 for everything total. You had to buy them separately. We're going to put that up at home and, kind of remember our time here. But we're going to keep going. There's a couple more things to see, but we're just going to mosey and see what we can find. So we made it to this little pottery store, and we're going to go ahead in. And there's Joel, guys. If you remember him, he was our tour guide for the Crimson Knot Halloween tour. So if you haven't seen that video yet, go ahead and go back and watch that. It was an awesome Halloween event that they did here at Old Salem, and let us know what you think in the comments. It's awesome to see Joel again.
That's over there. If you want the darker colors that are actually, we're gonna cheat. So you go to fire or something. There we go. Give myself a bit more surface area to work.
So we're gonna try to eat here at the Muddy Creek Cafe and get some lunch. So here's a quick look at the Muddy Creek Cafe menu. Alright guys, just got done with the Muddy Creek Cafe. That's a restaurant here on the property of Old Salem. What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good. I got the buffalo chicken salad sandwich, and it was pretty good.
Well, you got chips, I think, with a side?
Yeah, I'd never actually had that type of chicken salad before.
Yeah, and I got just a Reuben with macaroni salad, and mine was really good as well. Just basically a plain Reuben sandwich. Only complaint I would give is that we did have to wait over about 35 minutes by the time we were seated ourselves, and Seth had ordered to get our food, which kind of put a damper on the schedule for today because things do close around 2. So that's the only complaint I would say I had. If we probably would have been served a little bit faster, it would have been a little bit better. We were pretty hungry.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna keep going down the way, see what else we can find now that we've had our lunch. Alright guys, so now it's time for a little Christmas montage. So one of the last places we're going to visit is the bakery here. We're waiting in line to go in, and I'll show you guys around when we get inside. So this is a bakery. They do have a lot of baked goods, some breads with different toppings and things like that. And we have a fire over here that's going. Very cool. Or warm, I should say. Alright guys, so here's what we came for, these ginger cookies. So we're going to grab a couple of boxes and meet you outside. Alright guys, so we're going to be all done here today at Old Salem with their Saturday Salem Christmas. May have gotten that twisted up, but you get my point. So yeah, this was really, really fun. We have never gotten to do this before. We've been to a Christmas event here in the past, but it was a night event that you had, you know, to pay like a separate ticket for. That was a couple of years ago. But yeah, this was really fun. What do you think?
Yeah, it was great. It was nice to kind of go at your own pace through some of the houses that they had, and some of the experiences and things where they could teach you some of the history. Yeah,
and especially they had the Christmas elements with that as well, which would be different from, say, like a regular day, or, you know, aside from the Christmas season. So yeah, I'd be, you know, very, very willing to come back next year. Yep. And we got to see our old tour guide that actually toured us through the Legends and Lancer and Crimson tour. So if you haven't seen that, we'll put a link to that here and go watch that. It's another Old Salem video from Halloween. But yeah, and also don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and tell us some of your Christmas traditions that you do around your neck of the woods. But until next time, guys, we hope to see you on the next adventure. Bye.